Hi team, this is Marcus Cox. Just doing a shout out. We have been having amazing results with the last 2 beta programs we did with the new marketing platform and the system, the weight loss system that Tim Sales has put together. And I'm going to give you a little clip I recorded from last night's webinar with James Barber. James Barber is literally a star. He's a star on Broadway. In fact, he's got the leading role in Les Miserables. And he's also a fantastic proponent and good leader of the weight loss program. He's been holding groups. I'm in his phase 2, and I've been working with him for a few months now on the program. And of course, I think some of you know I'm down 63 pounds. And I'm also, now I'm in the next phase, and I'm toning up, and it's amazing, just absolutely amazing how this program works. And the biggest part of it is the webinars, and those are the webinars that Tim Sales has put together. And it's something like I've never seen before. My wife and I were watching the webinar 13 this morning at 5 a.m., and it's just mind-blowing what Tim has put together here. Anyway, without saying too much more, I'm going to give you insider information, if you will, on the last chance, another chance for a beta group. This will be a men's only. Women, unfortunately, we don't have any leaders to step up to the plate for the women. Nellie has kicked hers off, and her women's group is going really well. In fact, I talked to her yesterday, and a bunch of people, the first week into the program, they're losing a pound a day. So there's some very excited women on the women's team. And but anyway, this is a chance for those of you that were close to joining the men's team. We're going to put one more team together before this is formally released into the public, probably end of August, maybe early September. But this is a big opportunity. What it means is you will get a chance to be at the forefront of what's going to be, I know without a doubt, one of the largest launches of products and programs in the weight loss industry, which is, I think, over $1 trillion now. Anyway, listen to this next video here. It'll give you an overview on what the opportunity is for you. For this, for men who are 40 and above, and we're going to put together one more group. And I've got till Sunday night. I got a Facebook response from James. James is real busy, of course, being an entertainer in the entertainment industry, saying that he let me put some people on from my team on his new beta group coming up, Group 3, the final group. So if you're interested in learning this program, being one of the leaders in the beginning, this is a big opportunity for you to get up to speed. And I will be holding a lot of these groups. I know we're doing so many webinars right now, it's getting crazy, but it's amazing how we're doing this. You're going to just love this. It's fantastic. So on that note, I'm going to turn it over to the conference call.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So the program that you've been going through is the beta test groups. What we're doing is collecting data, collecting information from you guys to see the weight loss you're getting, how the environment of teamwork works, and all of these things. But also, what Tim has been doing is he's been getting feedback from all of you over the past couple months from the different teams, and he's rewriting all the scripts for all the the webinars, and he's creating real professional videos. So what you're experiencing now is a live recorded webinar. So it was not scripted, it was just slides, and he was talking and explaining things. Now the next version is going to be really, really sharp, really professional. You're going to have some music and animation at the beginning of each webinar and transitioning, and so there's going to be a lot of professional stuff there. So the whole platform is going to be first class, and it's divided in 2 parts. One is the education platform. That's what you're going through with all the material and all these different things, the webinars and everything. And the other portion is the sales funnel. And the sales funnel is designed for you as a participant. You lose weight and people ask you, what have you done? You then tell them, well, let me show you what I've done. And you send them the link of that website where there's going to be a funnel that is highly optimized for conversion. So we're working with the best of the best marketers who have done online and offline marketing, and we're putting this funnel together so that when you drive traffic there, the percentage of conversion is going to be very, very high. Now, on one end, the good thing is if it's people you know, that helps with conversion, but on top of it, if the funnel, the presentation is very top-notch and works really well, then it's going to help. So now people take the funnel, I mean, what I mean by a funnel is because it's typically a couple steps where people go to a website, they say, wow, that looks interesting, they put in their information there, and they're added to the system where they get to watch a video that explains the program, how it works. And then they say, I want to join, click, boom, they're taken into the cart and they place their order and they get into the program. That person is assigned to you automatically. So you get to reap the benefits, the financial benefits of whatever's going to happen with that person. And if that person begins to promote also the program, you're going to benefit from that as well. So this is what we're going into. And right now, just so you know, Tim is done with all of his research, all of the content he needs, all the feedback he got from all the guys for each one of the webinars, and right now he's writing the script. He has about 2 weeks time frame to finish writing the scripts for each one of the videos, and then after those 2 weeks he records the videos, and that's probably going to take about another 2 weeks, and then some editing and publishing. And after that, we have the platform available. What we'll do at that point is we're going to test it. We just don't want to release a program because we need to release it. No, we launch a program, we test it to make sure it works well, we fine-tune it, and then after that, we launch it to the team. So that's why it gives us a little bit of a time frame where we can probably launch another team with you guys. And if you do that, then participate in that, what's going to happen is you're probably going to have a couple people on board so that when we launch the official program, you're going to be at the start with your couple members of launching this whole program together. And the impact can be pretty substantial because you're right there at the beginning, at the launch, and so this is where we're going. So if you want to participate in that, you just let James or us know, and we'll be happy to show you the details. So is there anything else, James, that you think I need to touch on?
I don't. I will say that, the guys that I have that are on now have all decided to come in and take part in this as a business as well. Okay. So I'm excited about that. And the cool thing, guys, that he was saying was that if you just look at it from a sheer numbers standpoint, is right now, Jay Gearin was saying he has potentially 12 people that he wants to send this to. And let's say half of them decide, yes, I want to change my life and opt in on this. And then let's say half of those guys, 3 of them, decide, hey, you know what, I see the benefits of that, like I have, like you have. They're already ready to go, so that when the commercial program rolls out, it's not just you sending people to the program. You now have 3 people who are helping you send people to the program. And if you look at how those numbers work in this market of health and wellness and losing weight, it's a huge market. So it exponentiates, basically. It's what Stefan was saying. And because we're at the beginning, it's going to be crazy if we do it properly. I mean, I think even if we look, I'm no genius when it comes to this, but all I had to do was go, look at me. Look, I'm a walking billboard. And people go, oh, they can't argue with that because it's true. So that's the cool thing for me, is exactly what Stefan was saying. If we start to work together as a team now, we create that team 3 and you bring in 1, 2, 3 guys and they go through the program, you already have people who are going to be out there building with you as the commercial program launches. So that's really it, Stefan. I can't thank you enough for, again, your expertise and your knowledge and your help with us. My
pleasure. If there's any other information you need as far as growth or numbers or things like that, I'll be happy to jump in. So just let me know.
Yeah, let me ask you this, because we were talking about early on with Team One what you were looking at, or what Tim was looking at in terms of numbers, but the platform changed, because that's when we were initially going to be doing something similar with that. So can you talk to numbers a bit?
Yes, sure. I don't have Tim's slides, but just from what I know as far as how the business work is, typically people will invest about, just give me one. Let me run to the door. I got my daughter who just texted me. She can't get in because she forgot her key, so she's at the door. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. I'll talk while you're doing that. What he was going to talk about, and I think, is when Tim got us the information on the commercial program, he was giving us an information about numbers and the conversion rate and how many people are going to be in and how many people will eventually roll through the program, and it just becomes, again, exponential. So let me know when you're back, Stefan.
I am. I'm back.
Okay, great. Okay, good. So take it over.
Okay, so I know that people minimum purchase per month of just the vitamins, minerals, the basic stuff. Let's say they're done with their weight loss, and they just keep going with the other products that help with their long-term health. It's about $100 a month. All right, just basic minimum. Like we see guys who, personally, it's $250 a month approximately. All right, personally, but some others, let's say in bare minimum, it's about $100. What happened is if you start to build the team, and let's say you personally bring in, let's say 10 people, and it doesn't have to be like in 1 week, or it could be over a couple weeks, a couple months. But let's say you bring 10 people, and those 10 bring, let's say each one 4, and then they do the same thing another time, 4 more. The 4 get 4. And so what happens at this point, you've got an organization where you have enough volume in 1 week. If you do 2 teams like that, you have enough volume to basically make about $100,000 a year. All right. So the way I build those teams is I want to make sure that every week for minimum 1 month, 4 weeks in a row, where I bring teams like that. So I need per week in orders processing about 178 people. And the way I find those 178, then I want to have 2 teams like that. So I have team 1, team 2, and I say, okay, eventually my goal is that each week there's 178 orders that goes through my organization. And so if I do that 4 weeks, so week 1 I have 178, so I have my 2 teams, and then next week same thing, a 3rd week and a 4th week. And then after that, the first week people, they reorder the next month. And then the 2nd week reorder the next month, and so on. So I don't have to bring in more people. Just with a small group like this, I'm making $100,000 a year. So it's about 178 orders per team per week. So when you look at that and you say, well, personally I bring in 10 in 1 team, and then those 10 get 4, and those 4 get 4, that's 178 people. And so with a program like this, just to give you a little bit of numbers, we brought in 30 guys initially in January, and those 30 guys, they all joined the business. And every one of them brought in people. Like we have one guy who brought in 12, another one brought in 5, another one. So basically some people will bring less, some people will bring more. But this little group right now is doing thousands of dollars of volume every single week just because of the first 30 guys that we brought in. So the idea here is you don't need to look at the big numbers, because all you need to focus on is, can I get just a few guys on the program, and really focus on them getting results. And if you focus on that, they get results, then it starts to duplicate. And you keep on, telling the story, and initially you tell your story, but then you can tell your people's story. So you can say, hey, I've helped James lose 20 pounds with the program. That is an incredible program. I've been on it. You heard my story, and now look at what's happening to James. And then you can tell Ali's story, and and you just go on like this, and then that's where you can get your 10 or 15 people eventually, and that starts to move. And so so as you keep on going with the movement like this is where you eventually have a group in place. So those initial 30 guys, they're probably 2 months or 3 months from basically earning, like the first group that we started is going to probably earn us about $100,000 a year with just that initial effort. So does that mean all of you are going to do this? I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do, but what James is going to show you is, let's get a couple guys on the program, let's help them lose weight, and let's start to duplicate, as we go. And so the goal is just that, you want to have those orders through, you want to have those guys on board, and eventually it's going to start to multiply. So those are the numbers I look at. As me, I look at my organization, and I want to make sure I have 2 teams who bring in each week 178 orders. And so that's the bigger picture to earn $100,000 a year. And then after that, you can go to 150, 200,000 a year, and more and more. All right, it's really up to you.
That's fantastic. That's exactly what I was trying to get to, and when I first looked at it, guys, I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's blah blah blah. There's a lot of people, that's a lot of people I have to get into this thing. And then I had that conversation with Tim and with Stefan, and literally is, oh, well, wait a minute, no, we're working as a team. What was it? I'd rather have 10% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. I think it was something like that. And even Tim Sales was talking about it in his great DVD, Brilliant Compensation. Look, and I was talking to Rick Wilson about it too. It's like, even if the average person, and Rick was saying this, works about 2,000 hours a year with a week or so vacation, right? 2,000 hours a year. At one point, Tim had 56,000 people, I think it was, in his organization over the years. And if each one of those people only worked 1 hour a year, that's 56,000 hours toward that. So there's no question that by building teams in this industry, the potential is much greater. So when you look at that, when you look at bringing in, and that's what we're going to be planning on doing. Okay, I now have my guys who are working as a team, and we sit down, we do these meetings, and we say, okay, Jay, so-and-so is interested. Great. Okay, so you have 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7 guys. We bring them on. We get them in the program. Rick Wilson has guys. Rich Ginsburg has guys. Marcus has guys. We work on it like that as a team, so that we're not just left out in the cold. Because the better we work together, the better the company's going to grow. And anyway, that's just the basic of it, Stefan. I think you hit the nail on the head, and I'm going to ask you guys one more time, if anybody has any questions on this, raise your hands. Stefan, I'm going to just mute you, if that's okay. And if you have any questions, raise your hands. And if not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to develop this week some strategies for us that we can talk about next week. I also want to hear your ideas. So as we roll in next week, if you have ideas, if you have people even this week who want to get on this Team 3, make sure that you have your link to the that's the other thing I wanted to ask you, Stefan. I'm going to unmute you real quick. Oh, you got it. No, you're still here. Hang on one second. I'm going to ask you. So Stefan, Steve Wilson made some registration links so that we had specific links for each team member to send out for the Tim Sales video. Is there a page that they can go to if they don't have that link where they can send people to watch Tim's video until the commercial program rolls out?
Do you mean to have a link like Steve created?
Just well, what we've got now is like let's say if Richard Ginsburg says I want to send somebody to watch the video, where do we have them send it?
Okay, I'll send you the link.
Okay, that'd be great, and then I'll pass that out to you guys so that you can use that as a reference, and they can watch that same video. Thanks, Stefan.
Sure.
So think about that. Think about people that you have that may be interested in this. If you want to make up a side-by-side photograph of your before and after picture and
put it up on Facebook by saying, hey, look, this is me before, this is me after. You can see the difference. This is what I've lost. They're launching another program, or another program is going to be launched, a beta test. If you're interested, private message me. It's going to be very exclusive. And if you want to talk about guys that you have interested already, just call or email us. Email me, email Stefan if you're on Stefan's team, Tim Scanlon, and we'll get rolling. And in the meantime, we will talk next week, and I'll get all the potential marketing materials ready to go. So does anybody have any questions before we end off tonight? Looking. All right, fantastic. All right, guys, I'm going to unmute you all to say
Muted.
bonsoir, as Stefan would say.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. All right, guys.
Bonsoir.
All right, guys, and I'll talk to you next week.
Tout le monde est en français ce soir.
That was too fast, Stefan, too fast. C'est incroyable.
Incroyable.
Mange. Ouvre la fenêtre. All right, we'll see you guys later. Take care.